were playing right now, how would you feel about this?
Jenny, read that last part that you said before you asked me that question.
Which part? That the players agreed upon? It's true. It's true.
Now everybody is dumb. They're stupid. Skip, what provision of a contract that's included in the contract that you didn't get? You thought they just threw that out there, we could possibly go to 17 games. You knew this was going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
But you guess what? You fatten your pockets. It's a trade-off. You're going to get more money. NFL's going to get more games. The broadcast partner. Skip, think about this here. The committee, Jerry Jones, Mr. Kraft, Roger Goodell, they go up there. Eric Shanks, who's CEO of sports here, and Sean McManus. I don't know who, Jimmy Pietro, I think that's ESPN. I don't know who runs NBC. Is it look what we got, guys?
Jimmy Pitaro.
Is it look what we got, guys?
Yep.
We got 17, we got 10 years of labor peace, and we got an option for a 17th game. What y'all want to do? What y'all want? Well, we want a 10-year deal. $100 billion? Okay, that's a starting point. That's how they got it. So, Skip, I don't really know what the players are upset about. Skip, you can't be upset with something that you signed. Skip, if you sign a prenup, why are you mad that the prenup is enforced?
Yep.
You signed the CBA. Now, the only thing I said, look, guys, try to get lifetime benefits. This is a big, I mean, you're increasing the game. Now, you say it's physical enough. Now you're adding the game. Just try to get that, at least try to get 10, 15 years and say that I can take my benefits. Because a lot of times the NFL has kept 2.5 years of the career. Well, Skip, if you leave the game at 24, you get 5 years of benefits after. You're done with NFL benefits at 29.
Yep.
Hell, you're going to live another 30, 40 years. And you're done. So I was just saying, try to get lifetime benefits or try to get longer benefits and be able to take those benefits when you want them.
Sure.
But I got no problem with the NFL implementing this. They put that in there for a reason. So now the fans get one more game. Our broadcast partners, you get to show another game.
Yep.
And players get more money.
Okay.
It was a trade-off.
It was a trade-off. Okay, now put yourself back in position of playing today.
Yes.
17 games, what is that going to do to your body? How much harder will that be for you to get through it?
I understand, Skip, that they're going to take 2 preseason games away.
They are.
Man, but preseason walkthrough, preseason nothing. Skip, I'm only playing 10 plays if I play 10 plays.
Got it.
They don't hit in practice.
And that seems to be getting less and less.
Right.
Okay.
Skip, they don't really hit in practice. They got walkthroughs and all this other stuff. Yeah, Skip, it's taxing. The game is really, really physical. But if my union signs off on it and says, okay, guys, in order for us to get X, we've got to give up Y. Well, Skip,
That's it.
I'm not, you'll never hear me say anything that we agreed upon. And they agreed upon it. Those guys like, no, we want to vote.
Yeah.
We want to vote. And they voted for it. So I have no problem with the NFL implementing the 17th game.
Obviously, I'm an NFL fanatic, so the more the merrier for me. It's just another game to get excited about.
Right.
So I'm happy for that. I don't want to see a war of attrition where teams are sort of half left standing at the end of the season, but I don't think it's going to be that way because, to your point, we've sort of joined the 2000s now. We've gotten out of that archaic mentality. I'll never forget Cowboys' first Super Bowl when I was covering them with Jimmy Johnson. They're out here in L.A. for the Super Bowl at Pasadena. They're staying out in Santa Monica, practicing at UCLA, not far from where we sit right now. And on the Thursday ahead of the Sunday Super Bowl, they fun it up, as you said. They went full pads, full speed.
Right.
And I've told you before, John Giesick was the offensive guard on that team, kind of a leader of that young team. This was their Super Bowl breakthrough year in '92. And I saw him in the lobby at the hotel when he got back, and he was out of his mind. He was angry that Jimmy made them hit in practice.
Yeah.
Well, that's
especially
just,
that late in the season.
That's just old school football. That's
is.
what Jimmy knew, and Jimmy knew that they're just better than Buffalo, so he wants them at full speed, you know, sort of damn the torpedoes. Like, if we get hurt, we get hurt.
Right.
You know, that whole mentality in practice. Right. And what did the great Leroy Jordan once tell me, the linebacker from Alabama, who was a Cowboy great at middle linebacker?
Only guy to win the Super Bowl MVP in a losing effort.
That is correct. No, I think that was Chuck Howley.
Chuck Howley. I don't know why I keep it. But he
was all-time
He
great.
was a Bama guy.
And he always said, the harder I play, the healthier I stay.
It is.
So there's something
is.
to that. If you don't think
You have
about
hardly
it,
skipped.
just go.
Somebody
Just
go get you around the
go all
pile.
out. I know. Just let it fly.
Yep.
And sometimes the healthiest players play the hardest.
They do.
Okay? So that's what everybody should stick with. And now everybody's a little smarter because they just don't practice that hard
Yeah, they
anymore
don't,
because
yeah.
the rules prohibit it.
Right. You know, what you get 13 padded practices per year.
Yep.
Man, I'm in training camp. You got to give them, you got to give them this many hours off, and you can't have back-to-back padded practices. They do a lot of things now to take care of the players. And the players now, a lot of the players, especially the top ones, Skip, they have physios and trainers, and they know how to eat, and they take care of themselves.
Yep.
And so now, you're going to get a couple of extra dollars, and you just have to invest that money into your body, take better care of yourself. I mean, look, I get it. 17 games is a lot of games. And this is the longest, Skip, 16 games. They haven't increased since, what, 70s, late 70s? So about 40-plus years, they've been at 16.
Okay. Does it skew the stats a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Sure it does.
Yeah.
But you just learn.
Well, they skewed the stats. Jim Brown played 12 games, and then they went to what? No, was it 12 or 14? But anyway, Skip, they went to 12, and then I think OJ broke the record at 14.
He did.
Then they went to 16. So yeah, the records are going to be skewed. Yeah, you'll have guys with more sacks and more passing yards. Okay, it is what it is.
So back to Alvin Kamara. He's a fun young man. I love being around him. We've had him on the show here. But, Alvin, you got to be smarter than this to say, this is some you-know-what. Well, okay, you voted for it,
Yeah,
right?
Cam Jordan came right behind and said, this is what we signed up for.
Yeah.
We voted for this.
Everybody knew it. Cam said he knew it, she knew it, they knew it, everybody knew it.
Skip, why do you think they put it in there? That was a part of the stipulation. Okay, this is what you guys want. Well, we want this 17th game. Now, Rooney, Mr. Rooney, one of the owners of the Steelers, said we're thinking about maybe 2022. Why we want to do it 2022? We can do it 2021.
Well, sounds like that's where we're at.
Exactly. That's exactly. We got to vote on it. Skip, like somebody gonna say, you know what? Nah, we don't want that extra revenue right now. We'll just wait. No, you want the extra revenue, Skip. That's an extra game. That's extra revenue.
Yep. Do I want a 17th game to talk about here on Undisputed?
Yes.
You better believe I do. So bring it on.
I mean, now, 16 was just a nice round number, Skip. It was just nice to be, 8-8 or 9-7. So now.
So wait,
9-8.
You know what? That just
the
Cowboys can be 9-8 now.
Cowboys will still find
9-8.
Cowboys will still find a way. Jenny, guess what? They'll still find a way to finish 8-8. And with a 17-game schedule, they're gonna finish 8-1. Watch what I tell you.
Okay.
They'll tie Fitzmagic.
We don't need any ties. That doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help us. Okay, next, guys. Did the Lakers or Nets win the buyout market? Chris Broussard will join us. Let's get his thoughts on